I've often wondered why my AI assistant can answer general questions, but it still feels so, well, generic. Why can't it just get me based on that note I just scribbled down or, that
Oh.
task I added like 5 seconds ago? That dream of a truly personalized AI, it seems to always hit this wall.
Mhm.
How do you actually get it real-time personal answers when your data is constantly changing and maybe even scattered around?
Yeah, that's exactly the challenge we're tackling today. We're diving into a pretty detailed request for information document, an RFI. It's titled Snowflake Ecosystem Plus LLM Real-Time Access Architecture.
Okay.
So our mission today is really to unpack how these large language models, these LLMs, can securely query, kind of reason over, and then respond with incredibly relevant real-time insights. And the key is insights derived directly from your dynamic data, especially when that data lives in a powerful platform like Snowflake.
Exactly. So if the RFI is like the blueprint, we're trying to understand the real impact of this architecture, right? How it securely builds this seamless, intelligent highway, bridging that gap between the vast, always changing landscape of your personal enterprise data and the immediate, intuitive AI experiences you kind of expect now from your everyday apps. It sounds like it's really about making AI-powered mobile apps not just smart, but genuinely secure and scalable.
Precisely.
So the core idea here is fundamentally transforming how you interact with AI. We're talking about an LLM that can give you insights straight from your live personal data. Just think about that for a second. It feels like a huge leap from the static pre-trained AI that just gives generic answers. Why is this real-time piece so absolutely crucial, like for building what feels like a truly useful personal assistant? What's the biggest difference it makes for you, the user?
Well, what truly sets this apart and why it's, frankly, a total game changer is this concept of real-time intelligence. It means you, the user, you get AI-powered answers based on your latest personal data.
The absolute latest.
Yeah, whether that's your most recent tasks, notes, whatever records you have stored in Snowflake. This isn't about some generalized knowledge the AI learned months ago. No, this is about immediate, relevant responses that reflect your current situation, your current needs. That direct, up-to-the-minute connection is what makes the assistant genuinely personal and valuable. It's like the difference between asking a librarian for a book on general history versus asking your personal assistant where you left your keys 5 minutes ago.
Okay, I get that. Let's trace this journey then. Imagine you, the user, speaking a prompt like, show my pending tasks into your mobile app. Feels super simple on your end. But how does that simple voice command actually turn into an intelligent, personalized answer delivered like instantly? Walk us through the sort of digital ballet happening behind the scenes.
Right. It's a carefully orchestrated sequence, secure, intelligent, and scalable. So first, your mobile app captures that prompt, sends it securely via an API. Then you've got an API gateway. It's using things like OAuth 2 and JSON Web Tokens. Think of these as like digital passports. They securely verify your identity and permissions for every single request. So the gateway authenticates you and validates your access. Super important step.
Making sure it's really you asking.
Exactly. Then your actual real-time user data stuff, like your user tasks table, maybe user prompts, that's all securely stored in Snowflake secure tables. So for instance, in your user task table, you'd find columns like task desk describing the task and status, saying if it's open, done, whatever. And Snowflake's built-in security is protecting this data constantly at rest and in transit.
Gotcha.
Okay, from there, a Snowpark Python user-defined function, a UDF, inside Snowflake does the heavy lifting. Think of it like running custom Python code right inside your database. Your data stays put, nice and secure, while the AI interacts with it.
Oh, okay, so the data doesn't have to travel outside as much.
Precisely. This UDF then calls out to an external large language model, maybe GPT-4, or it could even be Snowflake Cortex itself. It passes your contextual data along. The LLM then does its magic, generating a personalized response, crafted specifically for you based on your latest inputs, your latest data. This result, it's stored as structured JSON, useful for reuse, logging, analytics later on, and crucially, historical logs like your user responses and the LAN logs, they get written back into Snowflake too.
For tracking an improvement.
Exactly. And then finally, the mobile app displays that AI-generated result in real time to you. It might say something like, you have 3 pending tasks. Would you like to review them?
And here's where it gets really interesting, I think. This whole complex process, from your voice to that personalized AI response, it's all designed to happen almost instantly, in a blink. It delivers those immediate personalized AI interactions right into your familiar mobile interface. You don't need to log into separate dashboards or navigate complex data portals.
That's the goal. Seamless integration.
Yeah, it's all about making AI feel intuitive, deeply integrated into your life without needing, a whole IT department just to stand it up.
Hmm.
No wonder my old generic AI just sort of scratched its head when I asked about that thing I mentioned yesterday. It just didn't have the context.
Exactly. No real-time access.
Okay, but that's a lot of personal data moving around and
Yeah.
being stored centrally in Snowflake. I can imagine some listeners thinking, wait, is putting all my data in one system like this actually more secure? Or does it just create a bigger target?
Hmm.
What's the core principle here that makes this architecture genuinely robust against threats? How do we know that enterprise-grade security isn't just a promise, but, a reality?
That's a very fair question. And the answer is protecting your data is absolutely paramount in this design. It's not an afterthought.
Well,
The architecture uses a really robust security model. It starts with identity verification using familiar, trusted methods like Firebase Auth or Google OAuth, two things you probably already use.
right, standard logins.
Yeah. Then, access to Snowflake itself is secured, maybe via key pair authentication, maybe OAuth. This ensures only authorized applications can even connect to the database. But here's the really clever bit. For data isolation, it uses row-level security, or RLS.
RLS. Okay, what does that mean practically?
Imagine hundreds, thousands of users all interacting with the same underlying data tables like that user tasks table. RLS acts like an invisible personalized filter for each user. Based on who you are typically using Snowflake's current detensor function, it ensures that when you query for your tasks, the database literally only shows your rows.
Ah, so I can't accidentally see someone else's tasks. They can't see mine.
Never. It completely obscures everyone else's data from your view automatically. That's the real magic that makes this system truly private and secure for each individual, even when you scale up to many users. It directly aligns with modern, zero trust principles. Don't trust, always verify, enforce least privilege.
Okay, that's critical.
And there's more. There's API abuse protection using rate limiting, usually handled by Cloud Run or the API gateway. Think of them like digital bouncers, stopping anyone from hammering the API maliciously. And for handling sensitive stuff, like those crucial LLM API keys, you don't just stick them in the code, you use a dedicated secrets object in Snowflake to store them securely, totally isolated.
So multiple layers of security working together.
Exactly. Enterprise-grade security is a core value driver here.
Okay, it's powerful stuff. But, a system this sophisticated, it needs to be constantly monitored, right?
Yeah.
And built for the long haul. How do developers make sure this powerful system is performing well, that it's cost-effective, and what makes it genuinely ready for, the next wave of AI innovation, so your personal assistant keeps getting smarter without breaking down?
Absolutely. Monitoring is key. You've got tools and tables like the limlogs table right there in Snowflake. That lets developers track exactly how the AI is performing, see the prompts being used, understand the responses. It helps optimize everything: speed, accuracy, even cost, by looking at token usage. Snowflake's query history, or Snowsight, provides deep insights into performance bottlenecks. And API billing logs help track that token consumption precisely. This whole constant feedback loop means your personal AI isn't just static. It's designed to be constantly monitored, tuned, and improved for your benefit.
Makes sense.
And this directly informs the future-ready architecture idea. This design isn't rigid. It's meant to be easily extendable. You can add advanced AI features later, things like retrieval augmented generation or ARI.
Priority, right. That combines the LLM's general knowledge with specific, real-time facts from your data.
Exactly. To give even more accurate, context-aware answers. The architecture can also support things like orchestrating multiple LLMs, maybe using different models for different tasks. Adding seamless voice input and output isn't a huge leap, even triggering complex workflows based on the conversation. It's built to evolve with your needs and, frankly, the incredibly fast pace of AI innovation.
Okay, so if we sort of pull all these threads together, what really leaps out from this document, this RFI, are these clear, compelling benefits. First, you got freshness, right? Always querying the very latest data directly from Snowflake, up-to-the-minute insights.
Crucial.
Then, robust security. That incredibly strong enforced user-level data isolation using RLS. Keeping your information private is paramount.
Non-negotiable.
Next, incredible scalability. It's built on Snowflake's compute engine, which is known for being virtually limitless. It can grow with you, handle lots of users, lots of data.
Yeah, handles bursts and growth easily.
And finally, remarkable flexibility. It seems it can seamlessly work with pretty much any LLM, whether it's an external one like we mentioned or an in-platform solution like Snowflake Cortex. It adapts to the best tools available.
That's right, avoids lock-in.
So this entire architecture then, it really enables a real-time, secure, and intelligent mobile assistant that truly personalizes AI experiences using your live dynamic data.
Yeah, and if we connect this to the bigger picture, this solution genuinely bridges that gap we talked about between raw enterprise data, or even just your personal data, and the AI experiences you interact with every day. It provides a really solid foundational architecture for building secure, scalable, AI-powered mobile apps across all sorts of industries. Think about healthcare immediate patient data analysis is critical there. Finance real-time portfolio insights, productivity tools managing your dynamic tasks, even customer service for highly personalized support.
The applications seem pretty broad.
They really are. And maybe a final thought for you, the listener. Considering the sheer speed at which AI is evolving right now, how might this kind of foundational architecture empower you to ask increasingly complex, more context-rich questions of your personal digital assistants in the very near future? How could it truly transform the way you interact with your entire digital life?